It's your favorite time to lose brain cells show. The Pro-Palestine meme show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tal the Traveling Clad, your favorite meme lord and sweet Zionist prince. Get your sweet Zionist prince or princess shirts down below in the description at thetravelingclad.com. And let's just fucking... You know what the fuck we do here. You already know what the hell we do over here. If you don't know what the hell we're doing over here, whoever's in the comments wondering what the hell we're doing over here, let them know in the comments what we're doing over here. Okay, here we go.
UN Security Council has adopted the resolution to authorize the Board of Peace. Shame!
Shame! Shame!
There were 13 votes for and none against this. But what does that
Shame!
mean? What does that mean for us and our movement?
What?
That means that we are recommitting ourselves to the struggle.
Shame!
That means that we will never abandon Gaza.
Shame!
That means that we know our fight is a just fight.
Shame.
And our cause is a just cause.
Shame.
And regardless of what happens in these imperial doors, we will continue fighting for Gaza and fighting for Palestine and recommitting ourselves to the struggle.
That's right.
Shame!
So say it loud and say it clear.
Palestine
Liberation is here.
It is queer. Say it queer and say it loud. Palestine is a fart. Shame. Shame. It kind of sounds like a ghost a little bit. Shame. All right, I'm done. Sorry. Sometimes I get a little bit autistic in the middle of talking. Sorry, I'm very sorry about this. I am very hippity-hoppity sorry. Okay. Next clip we have from Mario Naufal. Mario Naufal says, journalist tracked by drone and trucks outside Dearborn Mosque. Cam Higbee caught bizarre surveillance on live stream while recording it at a Michigan mosque. What the hell? Cam, what the hell's going on with you? What is this?
Scared the crap out of me. Oh, there's a drone above us. Whoa, there's like somebody watching us with a drone, yeah.
What?
You see that? There's a light on us too. The drone is following us. Little kid. You said the mosque owns a drone?
Yeah, but it's not that.
But that's not the mosque's.
Yeah, because the mosque usually has a media. You know the media. They have like media in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And they own it. So and they only use it for reasons. But none of them are here.
Nobody from the mosque is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is trailing us a little bit here. Yeah, it is following us. For sure it's following us.
Bro, that's creepy.
Yeah, oh my god, it just stopped right above us. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, it just shut its light off. Turn it back on, it's its light at us. People are spamming the chat about a black truck. That's a black truck. Oh, the drone went way up high when the chat started talking about the black truck. Can't even see it. It's leaving now. They talked about the black truck and it's leaving.
Batteries.
It could be batteries. It could be batteries. It could be out of range, or it could be to talk about the black truck.
That is fucking horrific. That's really uncomfortable. I wonder if Cam got to the bottom of that. Does anybody know if Cam got to the bottom of what the hell happened there? Very weird, very awkward situation here. I don't even know what to make of it. It was definitely a personal drone. Police surveillance would never behave that way. Would never hover stationary at 30 to 50 feet. To use zoom observance, we never even know it was there. True. Instead, it flew 15 feet above my head, followed me cartoonishly everywhere I went. I went forward, it went forward, backward. It went backward. If I crossed the street, it crossed the street. It literally waited directly above the gas station door until I came back out and began following me again. It was there with one purpose: intimidate. The Muslims also called the police on us. The cops came, took a statement for 5 minutes, looked right at us, and never did anything. The police wouldn't leave a scene when they were present and launch a drone. The kid in the parking lot also said it wasn't the mosque's drone because the staff wasn't there, but he may have had a plant. We were tailed repeatedly by multiple individuals on foot and in vehicles. Several also confronted us. It felt like I'd It felt like the lead up to 13 Hours in Benghazi. Wow. That is really creepy. Like really fucking creepy. I have no words. I'm kind of lost for words here. That's really fucking creepy. New York Police Department educating the public on how to properly wear a hijab. Oh my God. Mamdani's America.
So I'm going to give you a little example. So ideally you just, there's different ways, by the way. You can fit it how you want to, but you could make one side short, one side long, right? And then you put it over and over around your face. And some ladies get creative. You can put a pin. I freestyle everything I do, as you can see. And then I just tuck it in right here. And you wrap it around to your quarters. Make sure your bosom is covered. There's different ways, but this is the most simple way that you can wear it. You're
לא נשארו לי מילים. I really... Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Precisely. That's exactly how I feel. I don't know what to say. I really don't have no words. I really have no fucking words to say anymore. I don't know. I don't even know what to react to this. I feel like I'm losing brain cells. It's just all so much, man. It's too much to take in. I feel Islamic sensory overload in the world. This is what I feel. It's Islamic sensory overload. That's just what it is. Let's just go to our next clip. I'm going to start crying here in a minute. And it's not because I'm slightly congested.
God bless America?
Absolutely not. Fuck Trump. Free Palestine. I lived in America for 4 years. Fuck America.
Why?
Fuck Trump.
But you lived there. You didn't like it when you lived there?
No.
Why not?
Your policies are so fucked up.
Yeah. Wait, I have one question.
Don't say it. What?
Could I get a God bless America?
No, fuck. Free Palestine. Fuck Donald Trump.
Can I get a God bless America?
Absolutely not. Fuck Trump. Free Palestine.
I'm American and she's 100% right on. Michael Iancino Noriega. I don't know, bro, but if you hate it, why don't you leave? She's 100% right. I don't understand these people who I don't I don't get these people who respect to the Irish. Your choice, people. It really is your choice. I mean, freedom of will is an interesting thing. If this is what you guys decide, I don't know. I'm not going to fucking say anything else. I'm going to let you guys do your thing, it's your choice. If God gave us all options, we all have the options to fucking make our decisions, but some fucking odd decisions have been made. That's all I'm going to say about that. Zohar Mamdani just endorsed Palestine activist Abir Kawas for New York State Assembly seat in Queens. Are we shocked? No. Kawas describes 9/11 as just another attack a couple of people did. Okay, let's see.
And so and finding that the system of capitalism and racism and white supremacy, etc., and Islamophobia have all been used, to colonize lands, right, to take resources from other people. And so this is a long trajectory, and we're just seeing the manifestations of that continuation, right, with 9/11. And so a lot of times when people are asking us to respond about, you know, attack, right, if you look back, like, historically, right, you know, a lot of us come from lands that were colonized, lands where wars are being waged, right, a lot of times because of U.S. policy or the policies in Europe. And so I find that we can connect over that, but then also that the idea that we have to apologize for, like, a terror attack that, like, a couple of people did, and then there is no apologies or reparations for genocides and for slavery, et cetera, is something that I kind of find, like, reprehensible. And so, like,
Arabs are basically the biggest colonizers in the world today. They're pretty much the only people who actively enslave Africans and Southeast Asians and South Asians today in 2025. And by virtue, Islamic supremacy is a form of colonialism and genocidal. The level of stupid you need to have to really to take that to watch that clip and be like, ah, yeah, she's made a good point there. It's just like, I swear, if I just put on a hijab and say anything, I think people will just listen. Okay, this is interesting. The Scottish Korean Ryan, I think his name was Ryan Williams. Yeah, Ryan Williams. Controversial character. I find some of the shit he says funny. I don't agree with his messaging. I defend his right to say whatever he wants. I don't agree with how he does it. Breaking anti-Islam activist Ryan Williams could be facing terrorism charges after being detained at London's Heathrow Airport late Monday. Why did he come back to London? He's accused of making fun of Muslims and calling out the migrant invasion in Europe. That's terrorism? After a lengthy interrogation and seizures of his laptop and cell phone, the UK's Free Speech Office released him until a court date is determined.
They let you out?
Yeah, but look. Terrorism, Schedule 7.
But what did you actually do for them to suspect that?
They said it's because of my social media posts.
They can take the Sharia law and shove out.
There's only one culture that pours acid on women's faces.
So, yeah, for
against mass migration and Islam?
Yeah, exactly.
Leave the goats alone.
So I had to give them all my passwords for my phone, all my passwords for my social media, all my laptop. They've taken all my phone's laptop, everything, banking, everything. I was saying the truth. Prophet Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old and married a 6-year-old, which makes him a pedophile. So that's what I was saying. And now I'm getting investigated for terrorism. This is way worse than I could ever have thought. I thought I'd just be a normal criminal, like being done for hate speech, but I don't want to get done for being a terrorist. That's something different. So
I mean, the consequences are more severe.
Yeah, well, if I go to jail for being a terrorist, then that's a lot worse than just hate speech.
Airport for Frontline's Turning Point USA. I just got off the airplane with Ryan Williams, also known as Korean Bacon Guy.
I am proud to be an Islamophobe.
There's only one culture that makes women cover their faces so other men don't rape them.
Leave the goats alone.
Right as we went through customs, authorities were waiting and they apprehended him.
Ryan, what's going on? What's going on here?
He's now in custody. They wouldn't say exactly why.
Because there's a chance you get arrested for posting stuff like that.
Precisely why I want to go back to face arrest voluntarily. I'm going to fight it to the end to get free speech.
Oh, I see.
He was a staunch critic. Okay. Okay. As you saw, authorities got me as well. But I'm being let go. They're now booting me from London's Heathrow Airport. They're not letting me do any type of reports. Ryan Williams, a staunch critic of Islam and mass migration here into the UK, has been taken into custody. He knew this would happen, told his followers on Instagram and social media. I'm going to be reaching out to his attorney. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long he's held. But right now, this is a complicated situation that is still developing as we speak.
Well, listen, I defend Ryan's right to be as bigoted as he wants against Islam. Look, here's the thing. If the UK is not going to be arresting every pro-Palestinian that said that Jews need to be raped and that we need to attack the Jews and kill the Jews, if they're not going to hunt them down, where in the fuck is the right to hunt this man? I don't understand. I really don't get it. Who gives you the right to the UK government to just pick and choose? It's just people you don't agree with that you're choosing to go against. That's so fucked up. It really is so fucked up. It's completely fucked up. I reserve his right to be able to say whatever the hell he wants about Muslims. He deserves it. He deserves it. He does. After being tortured and imprisoned, this is by Salman Sima, imprisoned by the Islamic regime in Iran, I took refuge in Canada. Let's take a look at this. It's always the same thing with them.
Everybody just stop it! Stop it!
If you guys don't see, if you Canadians watching don't see a masked individual in your country, okay? I don't know why the fucking clip is pausing. If you don't see a masked individual in your country taking a flag of your country, stealing it, completely face masked, yeah, stealing it, gang of other people coming, mobbing, stealing the flag, and the man leaves without the flag. He's standing with your flag. If you don't see that as a problem, you are retarded. You are retarded. If you do not see that as a huge, massive issue in your country, you are retarded, my friend. There is something deeply, deeply wrong with you, and you need help. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Clats.
Have you struggled with repping your Zionism in style? Well, boy, do I have a solution for you. Head to thetravelingclad.com and become a sweet Zionist prince or princess today. Or maybe even let the world know you're a white colonizer with matching hat. Tell the comment section you were thrown out of 109 countries by joining the 109 Club with a matching hat. They say it was promised to you 2,000 years ago? Double down and grab a shirt that was promised to you 3,000 years ago with a matching hat. Ever dreamed of Zionizing like me? Do it with a matching hat, damn it! Show off your Iraqi pride by being someone's back daddy, or showing them you were made in Iraq with a matching hat. It's time to laugh in the face of those who attack us, wear their hate with pride, and you become untouchable. TheTravelingClad.com. We got mugs, stickers, shirts, hoodies, and so much more. Go grab yourself something nice, Habibis and Habibtis. You deserve it. If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.